Hello everyone, welcome to this virtual open day hosted by the Institute of Risk Management, the IRM. My name is Kenneth Reyes and I am part of the Student Services team here at the IRM. And this is the agenda for today. I will start by giving you a quick introduction to the IRM. Then Sally Starr, the module coach for the International Certificate in Enterprise Risk Management and the Financial Services Risk Management qualifications, will show you the course content and explain how we support our students during their learning journey. After that, I will cover the enrollment process, including how to apply and how to take advantage of the exclusive discounts available only for the attendees of this webinar. Finally, my colleague Luis George will share details about a special training opportunity offered through our training department. And of course, at the end of the session, we will open the floor for any questions that you could have. So please feel free to note down any questions during the presentation, and we will make sure to go through them at the end. Okay. So, well, first, the Institute of Risk Management is the leading professional body for enterprise risk management. We're proud to have students and members from across the globe, with over 9,000 members, supported by a wide range of regional groups and more than 30 special interest groups. These groups are always increasing. The IRM is always growing internationally, helping students and professionals to develop their skills, advance their careers, and build their networks. One of the best benefits of being part of the IRM is the global connections it creates. Our community stretches across continents, bringing risk professionals together. For events like today's Open Day, we encourage our members to engage, share knowledge, and contribute to this ever-growing international community. Now, let me introduce you to Sally Starr. Sally is the IRM module coach for 2 of our courses, and she also works as the group risk management at Alfred H. Knight. Welcome, Sally.
Thanks, Kenneth. Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Sally. So as Kenneth just said, just to give you a very quick introduction to myself, I'm the group risk manager for an international inspection company based in Merseyside in the UK, and I've been working with the IRM for 5 years now as a module coach for both modules of the International Certificate in Enterprise Risk Management and Module 1 of the Certificate in Financial Services Risk Management. So as the module coach, I'm here to support students through their studies by answering questions related to the course contents, facilitating discussions on the course forums, and sharing additional reading materials to really help bring the learning to life, given that the course is designed not only to introduce you to the theory behind risk management, but also its practical application in the workplace. So the fact that you're attending today's webinar suggests that you're either thinking about enrolling or you've already enrolled onto one of the IRM's courses, and you're here for an overview of what to expect. So I'll talk a bit about what's included in the course fee and the supports and resources that you'll have available to you throughout the duration of your studies. So on enrolling onto one of the certificates, you'll be given access to Moodle. This is the IRM's online virtual learning environment, VLE. So these courses are all distance learning courses, so it is up to you to manage your own studies and progression, but the VLE really walks you through the course 1 unit at a time, enabling you to monitor and track your progress as you complete each online lesson. And there are also a number of activities and quizzes within the lessons to help you self-assess as you progress through. So it's not just a case of being handed a textbook and then booking an exam. The online lessons really walk you through the modules step by step. So on this, the VLE, the virtual learning environment, you'll find links to all of your essential reading materials, with the exception of the textbook, which must be purchased separately, with reading alerts integrated throughout the lessons so that you know exactly which resources to refer to and when. Within Moodle, you'll also have access to a student discussion forum, which your module coach will monitor to answer any questions that you have on course contents. And it's also a really useful resource for students to use to interact with one another. So this resource really puts you in touch with other students around the world. It's an excellent networking tool, basically, where you can speak with other risk professionals from a wide range of industries, backgrounds, and locations, and again, share your experiences of applying the principles and concepts in the reading to your own workplaces. When you enroll onto the course, you'll also have access to a number of guidance materials, including a student handbook. And to supplement this, there will also be a number of videos to watch at key stages throughout the course. So things like an introduction video, mid-program videos, and one centered around exam preparation and revision as well, again, to kind of help you through stage by stage throughout the duration of the course. We also deliver live webinar sessions around the midway point through the courses as well, where you'll have opportunity for a live Q&A and some live kind of content delivery from your module coach. Another resource that you'll have available to help prep for the exam is an online sample multiple choice question exam paper, which is in exactly the same style as the final exam, which allows you to familiarize yourself with the types of questions that you'll face in the real exam and gives you an opportunity to assess your level of understanding as part of your revision. You'll also get student membership with the IRM, access to the IRM's online resource centre and special interest and regional groups, and along with discounts on training courses and other IRM products as well. And then last but definitely not least, throughout your studies, you'll also have the support of a dedicated student support team who will be there to answer any queries you have outside of the course contents or address any kind of general concerns or queries. Next slide, please, Kenneth. Thank you. So that was a broad overview of what's included in the course fee. In addition to this, if you feel that you would benefit from a more interactive learning experience, then the IRM also offers a blended learning option in the form of a series of online workshops to really reinforce your understanding of the course contents. So what this involves is there are 4 workshops in total, an induction session at the start of the study period, 2 sessions looking at module contents in more detail midway through the course, and a revision session towards the end of the study period. All dates and prices can be found on the IRM website, but one thing to note with this is that this is only available for the certificate in enterprise risk management. Next slide, please, Kenneth. Thank you. So there are 3 certificates that the IRM offers, and each of them has a bit of a different focus. So there's a certificate for enterprise risk management, one for financial services risk management, and another for operational risk management. And I'll give a brief overview of them all, starting with the certificate in enterprise risk management. So this is I would say the IRM's most popular certificate because it provides a general and essentially a universal foundation in the theory and practice of effective risk management. What that means is that the syllabus of this certificate has been designed in such a way that after completing this course, risk professionals or aspiring risk professionals can take what they've learned and then apply it to virtually any organizational setting. So, for example, whether you're a senior risk manager working for a government department or you're a junior risk officer in a large international manufacturing business. So if you're new to or if you're aspiring towards a profession in risk and you aren't looking to specialize, say, in financial services or operational risk management, or if you're a risk professional looking to develop your knowledge and skills, or maybe even risk is a smaller part of your role and you want to develop a solid understanding of general risk management theory and application, then I'd say that this one is the course for you. This is a level 5 certificate, so that's equivalent to a foundation level degree in the UK. It's split into 2 modules with a recommended study time of 180 to 200 hours per module, and it's assessed through a combination of multiple choice question exam and a number of written assignments. I don't think it's been mentioned on the slides anywhere but this course typically takes. The full syllabus for this certificate, and in fact all of the certificates that we're going to talk through today, are available on the IRM's website. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on the exact syllabus contents today. If you are interested in enrolling, I'd recommend that you have a good read through of those in your own time. But just to give you a feel for what each certificate covers, I will give a quick overview. So sticking with the certificate in enterprise risk management for now, module 1 really lays the foundation for the course. So it's centered around the key principles of risk and risk management. It provides a real introduction to some fundamental concepts, exploring what risk management is and how it's developed into the profession that it is today, before going to look in some depth at the risk management process and some of the most widely used standards and frameworks around the world today. It also explores the role of culture within risk management and how much of an impact people can have on the extent to which risk management is successful in an organization, which I'm sure will resonate with those of you who have been working in the risk profession for any length of time. Building on these key concepts, Module 2 then focuses in on the practice of risk management, exploring the practical aspects of implementing effective risk management to make sure that it is fulfilling its purpose by creating and protecting value rather than being seen and treated as merely a tick box exercise. Again, full syllabus contents can be found online, but just to give you an idea of some of the topics that are covered, they include sustainability, resilience, and the relationship between risk management and strategy. There's a unit which explores various approaches to risk management across different functions and sectors, such as banking, insurance, IT, health and safety, and supply chain risk. And the module also ends with a really practical unit centered around risk management competencies, where we look in some depth at the skills and behaviors that are required to succeed as a risk management professional, and how we can provide as much value as possible to our organizations. This last unit as well, it's also worth noting, it includes a section on facilitation. So it provides some really useful practical information on how to get the most out of your risk workshops. Now, in terms of assessment format, Module 1 for this certificate is assessed by way of one multiple choice question exam and one written assignment. The exam is 90 minutes long. It consists of 60 multiple choice questions and takes place electronically at a Pearson VUE exam centre. And the written assignment is a 2,000-word essay, which will ask you to demonstrate your understanding of the course contents in response to a set of assignment tasks. And then for Module 2, there is no exam. This module is assessed through 2 written assignments, so that's 2 2,000-word essays. One thing to note is that the assessments for both modules take place at the same time of year. So how it works is you study for both modules consecutively and then complete your assessments at the end. And there are 2 assessment periods for this certificate each year, typically one in June and one in December. Next slide, please, Kenneth. Thank you. So moving on to the next certificate, I'll now talk you briefly through the certificate in financial services risk management. Now, as the name suggests, this certificate is very much tailored towards risk professionals or aspiring risk professionals within a financial services setting. Again, this is a level 5 certificate. It takes 6 to 9 months to complete, and it's split into, again, 2 modules. Next slide, please. Module 1 of this certificate is exactly the same as for enterprise risk management, so it's exactly the same contents and assessment structure. Module 2, however, is much more subject specific, so it's very much tailored towards the banking and insurances sectors, exploring topics such as key regulations in these areas. It concentrates much more on financial risk as well, so areas like liquidity, credit, market and insurance risk, along with operational risks like cyber and data security, third party and consumer risk, but specifically within a financial services setting. As for the Enterprise Risk Management Certificate, it does also cover topics such as sustainability and resilience, but again, within a financial services context. The assessment structure for this one is exactly the same as for the IRM cert. So the Module 1 assessment consists of multiple choice question exam and written assignment. Module 2 is assessed through 2 written assignments. And again, 2 assessment sessions a year, typically 1 in June and 1 in December. Next slide, please. And then last but not least, we have the International Certificate in Operational Risk Management, which again, as the name suggests, is tailored towards risk practitioners or aspiring risk professionals in an operational risk management setting. This one is structured slightly differently from the other two. So it's a level 4 certificate and it takes between 3 to 6 months to complete, requiring approximately 150 hours to complete in total. And the assessment is 1 multiple choice question exam. And for this certificate, there are 4 assessment sessions each year, March, June, September, and December, depending on when you enroll onto the course. Next slide, please. So this certificate is spread across 9 units. It covers topics such as operational risk controls, monitoring and reporting of operational risks, risk culture, operational risk strategy and appetite, and operational risk assessment methods. So as you can see, very much tailored to those practicing risk in more of an operational setting, as opposed to looking at risk from a more kind of strategic or enterprise-wide level. Now, if you are interested in enrolling with the IRM, I'd recommend taking some time to look through the various syllabus contents online to see which of the certificates is the best fit for you. If you are unsure or if you want any more information, then please always feel free to reach out to the IRM and we will be able to help guide you make that decision. Hopefully this has given you a good overview though of the different certificates on offer and what you can expect in terms of support and resources. I completed the Enterprise Risk Management Certificate myself back in 2019, and I always encourage anyone who joins my team to obtain the qualification. As you can see, the syllabus is very comprehensive, it's very varied, it reflects current key themes and best practice in the risk management field. So regardless of your background or your experience level, there's lots for everyone to take away from these courses. I would say as well that completing one of the certificates not only gives you a good foundation to build on from a knowledge and skills point of view, but also the confidence and the reassurance that comes with obtaining an internationally recognized qualification. So with that in mind, I do hope to see some of your names popping up in the discussion forums over the next few months, and I'll hand you back over to Kenneth, who's going to talk you through the enrollment process.
Thank you so much, Sally. Now let's talk about how to enroll. The process is very straightforward. Simply, you need to go to our website and click on Apply Now. Then you need to complete the online form, and once it's submitted, we will raise an invoice for you or your company. As soon as the payment is received, you will get a receipt and access to the learning materials within 24 hours. Just so you know, our courses are online, as Ali said, with self-study modality, usually taking from 6 to 9 months to complete. You can see here, there are not really entry requirements, which is very good for everyone that has just completed university, for example. And as you can see here as well, the International Certificate in Operational Risk Management can even be finished in around 3 months. As Ali said, IRM and FS courses, they just have 1 multiple choice question exam and 3 assignments, and ICORM 1 multiple choice exam only. The blended learning is a really good option for the IRM course because it offers 4 workshops to help you to prepare for the examinations. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is that it has an additional cost and limited spaces. So please, you need to contact us before applying if you are interested. Once you complete the program, after your assessments are marked, the results will be released. If you are successful, you will get the certificate. But if not, don't worry, you can always apply for a receipt after paying a receipt fee. But please notice that terms and conditions could change depending on the course. Finally, once you complete the qualification, you will become a certificate member of the IRM with 1 year of free membership. Okay, here you can see the link that you can use to enroll for this program. Well, all the programs that we have, but I will show you this at the end because we have a surprise for you. Okay, after that, the resources. Sally already mentioned this, but I thought it would be great to also mention that we have the student handbook. There will be webinars, mid-program webinars, a module coach, online resources, a dedicated student support team that will help you with all the questions that you could have, a sample multiple choice question exam, and a student membership as well, okay? And now the interesting part. For all the students joining today, we will have a special price. The only thing you need to keep in mind is that the prices will have this discount only if you enroll and you pay for the courses before the 22nd of October. It's important only if you enroll and pay until that time. Please keep in mind as well that this applies only for the International Certificate in Enterprise Risk Management and the International Certificate in Operational Risk Management, okay? It is very easy to enroll. You just need to click on the link that appears here and fill the form. Once that is done, you will get the invoice and you can make the payment. After the meeting, these slides will be sent to you so you can enroll for your favorite program. Okay, now let me introduce you to Luis, who will talk a bit about another opportunity that the training department has to offer today.
Hi everyone, so my name is Lewis. I'm from the training team at the IRM. Just want to drop in quickly, one, to say hello, but two, to offer you an amazing opportunity to kind of put your foot on the ladder really with learning with us. It's just regarding our e-learning. So we have something called the Introduction to Enterprise Risk and Resilience. If you're looking for something quick, easy, just something to take, just on the go, it's a self-led study e-learning package. It's probably the best way to start with us if you are looking at training. So it's a 1 hour e-learning. It provides you with a high-level overview of the fundamentals of risk and resilience management. We're going to be taught the very basics of risk and resilience language, the process, and it's going to enable you to discuss the subject with more confidence. And it's a very straightforward program. If you take the e-learning, from there, what we're willing to offer you is £50 off the fundamentals of risk. So you would take the e-learning package, which is £50. If you do, in the next 6 months or so, want to do the fundamentals of risk, whether that's classroom or virtual, whichever is your preference, I'll be more than happy to take £50 off of that package. So essentially, you're getting the e-learning for free. What I would recommend is just to pop us an email. We do have the QR codes on the screen. If you want to pop us an email, have a conversation, I'm happy to have a meeting with you and just discuss a bit further about the package, about any other training courses, or just you want to know more about what we're doing here. I'll be more than happy to assist with that. Just to reiterate, it's the IRM e-learning package. The Introduction to Enterprise Risk and Resilience is £50. If you book that and you wish to take any training further, such as the Fundamentals of Risk Virtual or the Fundamentals of Risk Management Classroom, we'll take that £50 off of that training course. But yeah, any other questions, interest, or anything like that, I'm more than happy to help. And again, my name is Lewis, and hope to see you guys soon. Oh, you're still on mute. I can hear talk if you like.
Yeah, thank you so much, Luis, and everyone who attended this day. If you have any questions, please just write them in the chat, and we will try to go through them until the end of the meeting. If you don't have anything to ask, thank you so much again for joining, and I hope to see you soon as part of the IRM. So for the questions, yeah, please just, if you can mention them in the chat, and then me or Sally or Luis as well, we will be able to answer depending on the question.
I have gone through and answered a few already, but it might be worth still reading them out in case others on the call have got the same questions.
Sorry, I can't seem to be able to type into the chat box for some reason. Could I just ask the question? Yeah?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm. I joined a couple of minutes late because I was caught up at work. Sorry about that. The enterprise risk management training, right? Is it an in-person session, or is it via Microsoft Teams or Zoom? And also the exam, is it an open book exam, or do you have to go to a test center? How can you explain that to me, please?
Do you want me to take those, Kenneth?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Sally.
So all of the certificates are distance learning courses. So essentially it is online lessons that you have to, it's kind of self-driven, self-study. There are a number of pre-recorded videos to help you get started, and there's a couple of live webinars throughout the duration of your studies as well. So it gives you an opportunity for some kind of live content delivery. We'll talk through the assignment questions and give you a chance to ask any questions that you've got to your coach. There is also the option for a blended learning package, which includes 4 workshop sessions. They are, I believe, only delivered remotely now. Kenneth, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're just remote. But they are kind of very much course-led, tutor-led sessions if you would prefer a bit of a more interactive learning experience. They are an additional cost. I don't have the prices to hand, but full details and dates and everything can be found on the IRM's website.
Thank you.
In relation, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, you go on.
So your second question about the exam. So, sorry if I remember your question correctly. So it's at a Pearson VUE exam centre. So that is done in person at an exam centre, and it's closed book. So you can't take any notes or textbooks in with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I have a couple of questions about people asking for the installment payments or if there are, and the payment methods. Okay, so for now we have 2, like bank transfer, and also if you have a credit card, you can always give us a call to pay over the phone. Those are the only 2 options right now. For installments, you can pay as long as it is before the deadline, in multiple payments, usually. Like, for example, right now we are accepting enrollments for the June 2026 examinations. Of course, with the standard price, no discount, and students can pay monthly from now on until the end of December, when is the deadline. For this one, unfortunately, you need to pay before the 22nd of October, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Another question. Let me see. Someone asked if it's possible to get access to alumni from the IRM. So what you could do always is to become a member at the IRM, and then you will be able to access to the different interest groups, regional groups, and in that way you could also talk with students that are members and also students that completed the certificates, the diploma, etc. Let me check another one. Someone is asking about the textbook, how much it could cost. It depends on where you buy it. Usually we provide a discount code, and I would say that the price vary depending on where you buy it. I would say around £30. It depends.
Yeah, so if you buy it new, there's usually I think a 20% discount. So to buy it new, it's £50 with the 20% discount, £40. But you can also buy them used as well for much cheaper if you're happy to buy a used copy.
That's right. There is a question about the written assignments that maybe Sally could answer. About a student is asking if the assignments need to be completed at home and if the exam is the only thing that needs to be completed in the exam center.
Yeah, exactly that. So the written assignments are completed at home in your own time. So they are released 12 weeks before the submission deadline. So you have a good amount of time to get those written, checked and uploaded. That's all done from home. The only thing that's done in an exam center is the multiple choice question exam.
That's correct. Another person is asking if we will be sending the links via email today. Yes, if it is not today, I would say tomorrow, but you will get the slides. And of course, you will have access to the links, and then you will be able to enroll for the program that you are more interested in. Okay, something else. Okay, this is an interesting question. Someone is asking, okay, if I enroll until the 22nd of October, there will be a discount. Yes, that's correct, 10%. But if we attend the master class, the Risk Essentials, April 2025, there will be a discount after that as well, like adding up. So I would say that both things are separate. I don't know if Luis would like to answer to that specific one with the master class.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I couldn't hear the last part too clearly.
Of course. Sorry. So the question is, a student is saying like if the student enrolls before the 22nd of October, there will be a discount of 10%. And if they attended the masterclass, the Risk Essentials for April 2025, the discount will be offered after that to add up to the discount, so probably 30%, I would say.
Yeah, we're happy to honor any discounts. It's when you book the course. So if you booked for now, for example, would honor any discounts if it's expired by whichever date you choose or whichever date the course is, then it would have expired. The best thing to do, if you're not too sure, just reach out to us at training@theirm.org, and we're more than happy to help. With training courses, it is a first come, first served basis. And I always urge to book as soon as possible, just to make sure you do secure your place. And just double check with us if there is still availability, and we can always check and see if we've got enough space in the course, and we're more than happy to book you on. But as I said, if you're not too sure about anything before you book ahead, just let us know and we'll see what we can do for you. It's always worth the conversation.
Great, thank you. Another question, are all exam centers in the UK, they are everywhere around the world? We work with Persons View centers, so you only need to check with your postcode, the one that is closest to you, and then that's it, they are anywhere. What is the course fee? So the standard rate for each program, I think for the IRM is around 2,614, if I'm not wrong, for IRM. But with these discount prices, you will have like 10% discount. So if you follow the link, you will see the correct prices and everything. Also someone else mentions, for all of those that are interested in the blended learning, it is an additional £1,700. This is for the workshops that we mentioned before, that helps students to prepare for the examinations. Okay. Yes, okay. I have another question for someone that is interested in the operational risk management certificate. Both online courses and book are necessary for the final exams. Yeah, so basically students need to focus on the BLE because all the content and all of the information on the BLE is what we use for the e-exam. But also on the BLE, you will be asked to check different chapters of the book. So both things are necessary for the course. The title of the book used for ICORM, I can give you this name in a bit. Let's see the next ones. 12 weeks will be, okay, someone is asking if 12 weeks before the deadline, you will need to write the 2 assignments. Yes, that's correct. Each assignment is around 2,000 words, and in total it will be 6,000 words. Another person asking about the name for the financial services one. Something that I could include in the slides that will be sent afterwards, is the name of the books for IRM, ICORM, and FS with the discount codes as well. So you can see the price at the end with the discount. The course options and the fees will be sent via email to everyone. Someone is asking a question for Sally. How do you differ FRM from GARP, an IRM certificate in financial services risk management?
Yeah, so that would be, I'd recommend that we have a chat with the financial services coach for Module 2 on that one. So I only cover Module 1 of the financial services certificate, which I think I mentioned earlier is the same as the contents for the enterprise risk management one. My specialism isn't in financial services, so I wouldn't want to advise you incorrectly on that. I'm not very familiar with the alternatives that are out there. But again, Kenneth, I think that's probably something that we can provide an answer to when we send the slides over.
Of course, that's totally fine. I don't see that we have any other questions. As we said before, we will send the slides. I can also include the names of the books with the prices and the discount codes. And then if you have any questions, please just send an email to training@irm.org in case you are interested in the e-learning that my colleague mentioned. And also, if you have any questions about the IRM or the FS or the ICORM courses, just send an email to studentqueries@irm.org. You can find the email addresses at the end of the slides too. So that's it, I believe. Oh, well, actually, we got a very last question. Someone is asking about the link. Yeah, we will provide everything via email, so no worries about that. I asked about of qual regulated and credit towards university degrees. Oh, I think I saw a question about that. Sorry, just give me one sec. Are the qualifications of qual recognized? Yes. And once passed, are there any credits toward higher qualifications? Okay, so how it works is that we have these agreements with different universities, like Leicester University, University of Nottingham, Portsmouth University, different ones, in which if students have completed a course with them, depending on the course, of course, they are related to risk management. If they have completed a program with them, they could come with us and then they could be members depending on the degree they have. So that is the agreement that we have. But I would say that it is not working in the opposite way. Like if you complete a program with us, I don't think you can go there and then get a degree or a master's degree. That is something that you wanted to check with the university, but in the opposite way, it works. Yeah, you can become a member with us and you can be exempt of applying for any of the certificates and just become a certificate member already.
Apologies, can I just quickly ask a question because it wasn't picked up? In regards to the professional courses, the non-introductory IRM course, are those courses taught via Zoom or in person, or is all the courses by IRM done online? Sorry, I might have missed it at the start if you said it.
Yeah, so most
Thanks.
of our programs are online. We have short training courses, like the one that training department provides. But yeah, most of them and the ones that we are going here are online.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Again, if you have anything else that you would like to ask, send an email to us. We will send the books, we will send the discount code, and we will send the slides after this meeting. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Sally. Thank you so much, Luis. Yeah, have a lovely day, okay?